So, good evening, everybody, and welcome at this call. So, let me just pause YouTube because it was going on. Thank you very much to be on this call. It's a great pleasure to have you all guys in here. People are still jumping in, so I just let them in. These past 24 hours were crazy. We just launched this new Global Leaders 2.0, and it has absolutely been like a crazy couple of hours. So I'm really excited to share with you guys all what we have been planned, and we joined our new venture just actually now from the 1st of September. So I'm really excited. I'm really glad that you all guys are here. I feel that this is just going to be something else, something that is going to change our industry, something that is going to change for everybody in here. And as you might know, we transitioned from a different company to this company, and this is for a reason. This is because we saw here a bigger picture. We saw that people were winning here, people who are doing sales, people who are building teams, that they have a real culture. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I will shortly do my story, of course, to introduce myself so that you know who is talking here. So I am Michelle. I'm 30 years old. I have been in the network marketing profession for about 5 years now. I have built different teams in different countries with different companies as well. My team I've built in 121 countries, which is actually a lot. It's a really international team that we have. And I started network marketing because I was a flight attendant. I became a single mom. And as a flight attendant and being a single mom, you do not have time for your little one. You do not have time. I was like 5 days working, 2 days at home. During those 2 days at home, I needed to either clean my house, catch up sleep, and I didn't have any time to be with her, to really be with her. So I decided, okay, I need to find something that supports my income, but also something that creates time freedom. And I found it in a profession of network marketing. And after 3 years in network marketing, I went full time. I decided to leave my job. I'm doing this now full time from home. Can bring the little one to school. Can bring her to anything like school, swimming, horse riding. I do not have to miss out on anything. And that's what I really love about network marketing, that it can really change a lot of people's future. So we are here today, of course, to launch this new venture. And I'm actually really excited to tell you to which company we are partnering up with and why we are partnering up with this company. But first of all, I want you to introduce one of our uplines, one of our mentors. I know him already for about 5 years, kind of already almost my network marketing career. We have always stayed really close friends, really good friends. And guys, I want you to introduce to Gunnar. Gunnar is already in the network marketing industry for over 20 years. He is really helpful in everything. He is always there for us. He has built teams over in Asia, Europe, South Africa, the United States. He's literally everywhere. So guys, give it up for Gunnar.
Yeah, over 20 years. That's a old time, guys. Well, pleasure to be here on this Launchcall for Global Leaders. I'm absolutely.
Oh, Gunnar, you're muted.
Now we go. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm really excited for this team, the Global Leaders, to be, launching now with our company. What they're and the, I couldn't be more excited to work with you, Michelle and Isabel, and your team, guys. Because I know what you've done before, and you are absolutely a fantastic leaders, and every single person that is lucky enough to be working with you is a lucky person. So I've been in the industry for 20 years. I've been around. I've seen all the good, all the bad, all the ugly of the industry. But I'm absolutely very passionate about the industry. In the in the past few years, I have gone through companies that have let me down. And it's so crucial. It is so crucial, and you learn this by experience. It is so crucial to find the right company to work with. And when someone asks me did you join this company that you're with today, and it's a very very easy answer. I have always won when I'm building a network marketing company. I've always made good money, but first and foremost, my team wasn't winning. Yeah, a few people were making money, but my team wasn't winning. And it's an obvious thing when you hear it, that if you're going to make a passive income, which is obviously that we are preaching, that's the thing that everyone is aiming for, is to have a passive income and have a thriving business that lasts for years or decades to come. And then you have to have a business where your people is winning. It's not about you, it's about me, it's about the team. And that's one of the biggest reasons that I joined in Monter, is because here people are winning. And I actually got to know this company 5 years ago. I got to know the amazing John Melton, who we are going to hear here tonight a little bit later. 5 years ago, and I looked at this company, and I instantly saw 5 years ago. Yes, I was with another company back then, but I was looking around because I wasn't happy. And I saw that this company was like 2-3 years ahead of everyone else, in the competition. And I even, flew to the UK because they were just starting out in Europe. And I felt back then, the only reason I didn't join, I loved everything about the company, was because I felt, based on my experience, having been with companies that let me down, even US-based companies, is that, they were not ready, in my opinion, back then, 5 years ago. But I stayed in touch, and here's the amazing support that you get from this, the leadership from this company. I stayed in touch with John Melton, ever since, in 5 years. And even I asked him questions, although I was not in the same company, he always supported me, even I was not in the same company. And about 6 months ago, I, took a leap of faith because I was unhappy with my last company. I was not winning. My team was not winning. And I saw that this company was ready for Europe, because timing is also crucial, guys. Timing is basically everything in the industry of network marketing. And I joined, and honestly, I haven't been happier. I haven't been more excited than I am today since I started 22 years ago, in the industry. That's how excited I am, because the more you will look into this company, guys, the more you will be excited. I promise you that. If you look into it, the more you will be excited, because this company is simply different from anything else that you've seen in the industry. Yeah, maybe someone says that, but here it's true. It's a different kind of business model. And yes, that was the pitch that I got 5 years ago from John Melton. And that is the pitch I'm giving everyone today, because it's absolutely true. And I've seen I've only been here 5 months, but I'm already winning. I'm already winning faster than I've ever been. My team, more importantly, my team is winning faster than they've ever done. And some of the people are new, some of the people are a little bit experienced, some of the people have a lot of experience, like yourself, Michelle. And but the most important thing, guys, if you look at this company, you're gonna love it. And if you start with us, you're gonna win. And your team is gonna win, more importantly. So I'm absolutely, well, you maybe hear it. I'm so passionate about this.
Thank you so much, Gunnar. Thank you so much. Next, I want to introduce you guys to Joan. Joan is from the United States. She's really thriving in this business, actually. She has built multi-million teams, and she is just with Modern now since March. She has already 13 really big leaders in her team. Can you imagine 13 growing this fast and only being here for March? So she is gonna talk about why she chose Modern, but also a little bit about her story.
Oh, well, thank you, Michelle. Gosh, it's so good to be here. I have to say, when I got on the call, I put a little note to Michelle. I said, wow, this is such a great group. And it feels so good to look at so many smiling faces and just know that you've taken some time to hear a little bit more about Modere. And I believe just the way that Gunnar and myself and Michelle heard about Modere, that you're going to find this not just like anything else, but you're going to find that many of the things that you look for in a company happen right here at Modere. So I'll take you back to 2001. So I'm older than Gunnar. I'm 55. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But I started my network marketing business also as a single mom with just a hope. I thought, gosh, what if I could make 500 or 1,000 extra dollars? And in the back of my head, I had already a full-time corporate job at a company called Nordstrom. I was in executive management, but I really wanted more, but I didn't want to say. I really wanted to like make 6 figures, work from home, have the lifestyle I wanted. I wanted to be able to be there for my son. But I'll tell you one thing, guys, that I did do, and I still do it today, is I wrote out what I wanted in a journal. And no more than 2 weeks later, did an opportunity pop in front of me. And I remember thinking, wait, is this really, could this be the thing? I was like pinching myself. And I jumped in with a lot of fear and a lot of kind of like, whatever, we'll just see what happens. And very quickly, after about 90 days, I started realizing not only do I like this kind of way of doing business, I was having fun and I was getting more comfortable with the skills that were being taught to me. So fast forward 4 companies later, and John Melton and I were in Dubai about, 6 months ago. And we were at a mastermind and we were talking, and I had said a few questions to him. I'd ask him a few questions about where were you at in Modere? And I always saw that him and Nadia and a handful of these leaders that I knew were within this company. And I was like, wait, what company is that? And he goes, yeah, Modere. And I said, tell me a little bit about it. Within probably 15 minutes of me getting the questions answered that I wanted, I thought, you know what? This has got to be exactly what I'm looking for. And I want to share this. And I know that many of you may kind of be familiar with this. I was in 3 other startups. And I even expressed this to Michelle, that there were many times where I was the one designing the training. I was the one writing the new incentive. I was the one, well, I felt like a glorified clerical, to be honest. And when I was talking to John and he told me about the ATM system, which I'd already actually heard about because other companies use it, it's so incredible, and the ease of use with everything already in place, the fact that Modere is over 30 years old, went through a rebranding when John and Nadia began this business 6-7 years ago, Modere had been on my radar as well, because I was seeing people all over the industry, leaders that I knew, but not just high-level leaders. I'm talking about some mid-level leaders, some people that I knew that were just in it to sell. They were all posting about how amazing not only the products were, but the company. And then as I talked with John, I started realizing the culture over here was so different. And I knew I wanted to be a part of that. As a leader, I think that we lead for reasons, right? And if you've got one person with you, you're leading. And boy, I wanted to surround myself with people like John and Nadia, with people like Michelle and Gunnar. And Gunnar mentioned it. There's so many different leaders here. And I want to be surrounded by the best so that I can continue to level up and grow my own self. And also that my team would experience that. So I hope that what I shared with you today is helpful. And as with any one of us, one of the things that I've become to think it's the number one reason that makes me so happy about my decision about 4 or 5 months later is this culture is truly like no other culture. Michelle, Gunnar, myself, you will be supported in ways that are unbelievable. And it's thanks to the mentorship and the leading of John Melton. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of this amazing team. All right, Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on here, for jumping on here. Really appreciate it. And as Joan said, I already felt that culture, and we are here for a couple of days now, and people are really helping each other, upline, sideline, downline. It doesn't matter. Everybody is there. The next person I want you guys to introduce you to is a very special person. He is really well known in this industry, and he has making millions of dollars also in this industry, but he is still always there for his team. And that's what I really love, is that he is still there for everybody. He helps everybody. He is so supportive. There are so many tools which he has also made. So give it up for John Melton.
What's up, y'all? How we doing? I'm excited to be here. Michelle, thank you for the introduction. Joan, you crushed it. Gunnar, always great to hear from you as well. And I know we're all just excited to be partnered together. Those of you that are getting started, those of you that are already on the team, congrats. And I think you're going to fall more and more in love with this company as you go through the training, you take action, you implement the things we teach. And, you know, the one thing that I was telling Gunnar when we first started talking to Michelle, why I thought Michelle and her team would do so well, all of you, we actually embrace social media. We love Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all the platforms. I've been leveraging these platforms now for almost 10 years. When I first started branding myself and learning attraction marketing, I had no idea what that meant back then, but I knew I didn't want to continue down the path of three-way calls all day, every day, home meetings, PBRs, private business receptions, where it was all about recruiting recruiters to recruit recruiters. It was all about selling the opportunity, and it was all about making money. And the truth is, I was making money, but my team wasn't. It was only like the top echelon of leaders that were winning. And I just felt like there was something broken, something wrong with that old school model. And unfortunately, that's most companies. How many of you remember Vima? I was in Vima. Vima got shut down 7 years ago last week. I was in Vima. I had 7,000 people on my team. Within 2 years. So we built a fast, large business, lots of momentum. People loved the products. But at the end of the day, they got shut down for being a pyramid scheme because it was all about recruiting. It was all about like grabbing a spot. You know, it was a binary. Binaries are just the worst. And it was all about like two, they get two. There was no selling of the product. And even if we did get someone as a customer and we sold the product, we still were like, hey, you should grab a spot, get positioned. And it was a lot of that MLM lingo that gets companies in trouble. So I decided, if I'm going to go somewhere else and do this one last time, I know Joan and Gunnar, we've had those conversations, right? Michelle, right? One last time, this is it. I'm going to find a company that is customer centric, where people can make money, even if they don't recruit anybody. Even if they recruit 0 people, they can earn income, which, by the way, you guys have real estate agents out there, right? You have realtors, just like we do here in the US, obviously. People, when they sell houses, guess what happens? They make money. When a real estate agent gets a real estate license, they pass their test. Woohoo! Their goal is not to recruit other realtors. Their goal is to sell a house. So it's the same thing here, where we can bring someone in, teach them how to sell product, teach them how to use social media so that they're not an infomercial, or as my buddy Fraser Brooks says, a Spamela Anderson, right? We teach them how to post and how to do videos and how to create content and how to market themselves and generate leads and build a following and even generate sales. And then on the back end, we teach them how to connect with people, how to have authentic conversations, how to use our ATM system. We are the pioneers of the ATM system, add, tag, message, where we add people to a group, we tag them in a video, tag them in a testimonial, and then we have conversations on Messenger. It's so freaking simple. And that's why I can make, millions and millions of dollars and not be burnt out. I can still have a nice tan. I can still go to my son's baseball games and go on date night with my wife and travel and wake up when I'm done sleeping and not working 8 to faint. doing meetings all day, every day, and Zooms and three-way calls. And by the way, let me be clear. I love Zooms, but I don't want to know that that's the only way I can sign up people. Does that make sense? Like, I love that we're having this conversation now, but the goal would be, if you were to get started, is to get plugged into Guide 1, learn how to launch your business, what to say to people, what to do when someone says, yes, I'm interested. Sure, I'm interested. What's the product? What's the company? We add them to a group. We tag them in a video. The video does the selling and telling. Don't be a fool, leverage a tool. And the neat thing is, you have Michelle, Isabel, all these leaders that have lots of experience. And let me be clear too. We do talk a lot about selling, promoting the products, but I've recruited more people, more A players, more 6- and 7-figure earners into my Modere business than I've ever recruited in anything ever in my life. In fact, I've recruited more people this year than I've recruited in the last 20 years in network marketing. So don't get it twisted. I love recruiting. I recruited Gunnar, finally Gunnar. No, I'm just kidding, right? Timing's everything in business. And he saw the timing, he saw the writing on the wall, and he was like, I see it, it's time, let's go. Joan, I recruited Joan, right? But I look at it like they recruited themselves. They saw the culture, the systems, the camaraderie. We don't treat people like a number. We don't have commission breath. We literally respond to your messages. We will be in the trenches with you. If you don't grow, that's not good for anybody. We want you to grow a business, but we also want you to be happy. There's not the toxic energy that most companies have. Most companies, it's like, oh, that's their team, or this is our team, or we don't talk to other teams. No, we all work together here. We're one big happy family, but don't get it twisted. Also, we love to have fun, make money, and build businesses, large businesses. Here's the crazy thing. Within 16 months, I joined Modere actually, it was 7 years ago this month. I joined Modere September 2015. Within 16 months, we had a team of 1,500 people, which, it's pretty good. That team, that month, did over 1.5 million in sales with 1,500 people. The average social marketer here, active social marketer, the average social marketer is worth 1,000 points, meaning they have 1,000 points in their customer pod, because our average customer is $100 in value. So the point is, I started earning over 6 figures a month with a team of 1,500 people. Now, where can you go and do that? That is not normal. And I had a person on my team that had less than that, and she was making more than I was. So the point is, it got my attention. I started to realize this is a legitimate business where 85% of the revenue comes from customers. We have customers referring customers that are referring customers. And again, I was never a big customer person. I was always a recruiter. I've been doing this over 20 years also. And it was always about recruiting, team building, who wants to make money. The problem is that's only about 3 to 5% of the population that's open to making money. The other 90+%, guess what they're open to? Losing weight, looking younger, gut health, sleep health. They're open to an energy product. They're open to skincare. They're open to buying our products. Why wouldn't we capitalize on the other 90%? That's where the magic happens. So if you're like, John, I love recruiting. Great. Focus on recruiting. John, I love TikTok. Great. Do TikToks. John, I love selling products and marketing on my social media, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. Great. I love cold market. Awesome. I love my warm market. Awesome. We're not going to tell you there's just one way to do it, but we're going to give you guidance and steps and systematic strategies to build a pod, rank advance, build your team, build profits, and have fun and help a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, if you want to build a long-term business, because it doesn't matter what you do in the short term, what matters is 5 years from now, you're still here making money. That's our goal, is for you to actually acquire true residual income. All right. So Michelle, I'll turn it back over to you. If you have any questions or anything else you want me to touch on, let me know.
Yeah, John, thank you very much for doing your thing. You're just always so full of energy and always so happy. It's so nice to see that you really have so much love for what you're doing, and that's important, because I was also in a different other company before, and that was where my fire. I lost really my fire, and I was like, I don't want to do Zooms anymore. I don't want to do like so many Zoom calls a day. And then my daughter said, well, Mom, when are we going to do this? Well, our mom is in Zooms all day, so I do not have any time. So I love what you were saying about that you can do everything just by working, for example, with three-way chats and Messenger. So I can totally relate. And I think this is really a great advantage of working with this company and working with this team.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, leaders are the most important asset on the team, more important than customers, more important than anything. But if all your leaders are burnt out and exhausted, how is that going to build longevity? How is that sustainable? You know, and it's funny because as much as I love people, I love meeting with people in person. I love our in-person events. I love them even more because they're special and they're rare, meaning we're not doing weekly meetings. We're not doing 3, 4, 5, 6 Zooms a day. So they're a bigger deal when we do them. But guess what? That means leaders aren't burnt out. So they can have the energy to do a Zoom like this and have all the excitement and passion because I didn't do 7 of these before this one. I didn't say the same thing 7 times this morning on 7 different Zooms. Does that make sense? And then on top of that, and this, I was just talking to one of my, so she was the #1 earner on my team in Vima. I was on the phone with her today because she's ready to finally relaunch her business. And she is one of my favorite people in the world. She's my sister from another mister. And so I was talking to Amy about how even if I do the best 3-way call, like in the history of 3-way calls, like if I like, you ever get off a 3-way call or a Zoom, you're like, dude, I don't know about anybody else. I crushed that. Like, I don't know if they're going to get in, but I crushed it. The problem is nobody's going to go back and listen to that 3-way call or watch that Zoom. But I can go into group chats from 2014 when I first started doing this. Think about that. I can go into a group chat with a prospect from a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, years ago, and everything that we talked about is right there in the chat. Every graphic, someone's like, what are the packs to get started? They're in the chat. What's the cost to get started? It's in the chat. What are your top selling products? It's in the chat. Like everything is in the chat or in the Facebook groups. So from a duplication standpoint, it's much easier to duplicate that success and for leaders to be available to help their teammates because again, it's much more efficient and it's actually more effective. We've had 7 years of growth, but I cannot express this to you enough. The New Zealand, Australia, European, the India market, Japan, all those markets, right? Every country in Europe is completely untapped. There are no elite Blacks in the entire continent of Europe, none yet. So when we talk about timing, how many's ever heard that cliche, timing in business is everything? Like the people that get in early make the money. Not necessarily true, because if you got in 5 years ago when Gunnar was talking about when he looked at Modere, that would not have been a good time to join because it was so hard. We had way less going on. You want to get in the beginning of momentum. Like we're right smack dab in the middle of momentum here in the North American market, but you guys are where we were 4 years ago. You understand? My team, let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about. My team in the last 3 days, because we had a little promo, just a little promo, a little spoon, a little discount on trim. We did $1.6 million in 3 days. And that was all from selling actual customers, a customer that actually wants the product, bought the product. And that was after all of our monthly subscriptions had ran for the month. That was all new volume. Like that is mind blowing. And some of you may be like, that guy talks fast. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Don't worry. This is the kind of conversation we have over and over and over again. You'll see when you go through the training, everything is very step by step. And I know some of you will say, well, I don't really understand English or speak English all that well. Listen, you're all doing better than me. I speak one language. Yes, I know. I'm the typical American, one language. I always get made fun of by all my European friends, my own wife, my kids. They speak Russian and English. The point is, don't worry, we got your back. And our goal is to eventually have everything in every language and open up every market, but it's one step at a time. We can only do so much so quick, but our goal is just to give you like a snapshot of what we got going on. And obviously you have me, you have Joan, you have Michelle, you have Gunnar. We've all got your back. And we're here to support those of you that are getting started. And by the way, if you decide, hey, this isn't for me, no worries. If you decide you want to stick with what you're doing or the timing isn't good, that's totally cool. Maybe you could try some products. I got to tell you, some of my best leaders, they started off as product users, as customers. And I had this one woman, the leader and her friend, they were both the same about a month and a half ago. Michelle, you get a kick out of this. They were like, we've been trying to keep up with Modere and kick Modere's butt. And they were with like 2 other collagen companies. And they were like, we never tried your products. So finally they decided to try the products. And they're like, I wanted to hate it. I wanted to say this product sucks. It's overpriced. It doesn't work. And they're like, we love it. We love everything we've tried. Everything tastes good. Everything's great. Everything works. The science, the patents, like it's like the best they've ever had. And guess what? They're now on the team and they're crushing it. So I just think if you're going to get started now, you'll be one of those fortunate ones that is glad you got started when Michelle first joined, when she first launched. But again, we don't expect this to be for everyone. And if, you know, the business isn't right for you, or the timing isn't right, please try some products. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. You can become Michelle or Isabel or the other leaders that are on here. You could try the products and, you know, see what you think. So either way, we're here to support you. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you very much, John, for being on this call and for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So guys, just to summarize a little bit why we choose this company, because I really want you to know why we made this decision to do this. It's first of all the tools. The tools are just great. Everything is in place. You do not have to do difficult things. Everything is there. There is even an app where you get 120 days. You will get posts, what you can do on social media. You have information, what you can do this day, like a DMO, like a daily method of operation. Everything is on there. So if you do not have any inspiration or you have a busy day, you can use that. Or if you're just starting out in network marketing, it's so easy just to use it because it works. It simply works. It is a proven system that has already developed in the United States. So it really works. And we just have it there to use it. All the products are backed by science. Not only backed by science, a lot of products have also a clinical study behind it, which is great. The products do work. We have a product group, which if you're not in, please send a message to the one that invited you to this call to put you in that group, because you will see results over there from so many different people. You will totally love it. And as John said, we have a 30-day money back guarantee. So people really need to try the products because there are clinical studies behind it. They have amazing reviews. If you read the reviews, I don't think anybody would say, I'm not gonna try it. Like, it's impossible, because you will get so enthusiastic only by reading and seeing these reviews. What I also love is the dual compensation plan. And I think this really stands out. It's like nobody has it in any other different company. People who are doing sales can absolutely crush it and go to the top of the compensation plan. But also people who are building a team can crush it and go to the top of the compensation plan. And I am in the business now for 5 years in network marketing. And I know not everybody wants to recruit. Not everybody is made to recruit, but they love to sell. And with the other companies, it was always difficult for them to only do selling. And this company is rewarded to sell products because they have a compensation plan for people who only do sales. So that is really great in my opinion. It is paid out in your own currency, so it's paid out in euros, not in dollars, not in any other currency, or in pounds if you are in the UK. What I really love, because you don't have to have any problems with the conversation rate. Then of course the success rate in this company is outstanding. If you check in a company, and I always check, because I was searching for a new company for a couple of months, and I checked the success rates. I do not want to see only two people at the top earning the best money. I want to see lots of people earning great money. And if you are going to check the success rate of this company, there are a lot of people earning a lot of money, but also people who are only doing sales. So as you will see, I really want my team and this team to win. I want them to see what is possible. I want the best for everybody here, and I think with this company we really found it. As well, I want to add on that this company is not only DSA approved, it even won DSA awards, which in my opinion is also really important. So yeah, that was kind of my summary why we as a team chose Formudaire. I really appreciated that you guys were on here. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. If there are any questions, if there are anything that you want to ask, please go back to the one that refers you to this call. And of course, I would love to welcome you on board of this team. It's not a team, it's a family. Everybody is like feeling that it's a big family. So yeah, I would love to welcome you all guys on board. Have a great Thursday evening, and bye-bye.